Alright, guys, going live here. Probably should have got my camera set up a little bit. Okay. I need to make a mental note to get my camera actually full on set up next time. Oh man, janky. Alright, so we'll see if we get any questions for the Q&A. Because for the most part, I did want to do this sort of like Saturday morning weekly thing just for like a Q&A. I don't have a phone number to call in right now just because I've been retracing and I haven't had time to set it up. But at some point, I will set up a phone number for you guys because that'd be cool. Just have a phone number for you guys that you can call and set up. That'd be cool. Okay. So yeah, I'm actually still retracing. Um, this is probably one of the worst, probably like the top three retracings I've been through. I've told you guys numerous times I've gone through several layers in my sinuses retracing, and this one's been going on for a little more than a week now, and I think it's gonna last probably another three or 4 days. I mean, it's not debilitating. I can still work, like half days. Um, and when I've been taking 2 showers a day, and then I just clear my sinuses in the shower for like 5 minutes. As gross as that sounds, it helps a lot. Then if I drink a little bit of coffee in the morning on an empty stomach after taking a shower, I can usually get a little bit of work done. But yeah, onward and forward. It is what it is, right? Don't have as many live viewers right now as I did on Saturday night. Maybe I should go back to Saturday night. Maybe we'll have a vote. Comment below if you see this video if you think that I should do it Saturday mornings or Saturday night. I didn't move it. I think I'll probably leave it Saturday mornings just because, like I talked about, it's better for people in Europe because right now it's like let's see, it's about 11, so it's like 7 p.m. right now in the UK. So people in parts of Europe can still catch it. Especially like the English, like England, which is like the major English-speaking country, right? Uh, so I'll probably leave it Saturday mornings at like, but I'll probably make it a little sooner. Because I'm retracing, I was tired this morning, so it's only I waited till 11. But I'll probably do it at 10 a.m. on Saturdays. That'd be cool. Um, and we'll do, and I'll have a call in sort of thing where you guys can call in, and hopefully I'll make it more. The call-ins will help the content a lot, and also it'd be even cool if like people emailed me their hair tests ahead of time, like random people, and then I like answered people's like hair test questions during the live chat. Um, that would be pretty cool. Like I could even have like practitioners call in or something like that. That'd be pretty cool for sure. Um, have practitioners call in with like client questions or like questions about even like being a practitioner or like marketing or something like that. You know what I mean? Um, but we'll see. We'll see how it evolves. Eventually, I do want to have like an electronic whiteboard, and like I can like people that call in like can even like send me their hair test, and I can like bring it up on the whiteboard, and then like draw on it for you guys and stuff like that. That would be pretty cool for sure. Um, yeah, that would definitely be pretty cool. Okay, well, we don't have a lot of people online right now, so I'll just make a video, and then I'll probably get off. So what I'm talking about today is Earth changes and energy to come in Earth at this time, partially because of the pushing down exercise, right? So if you read the Bible, it does say Jesus will return, right? It doesn't say exactly when. The Bible is very hard to interpret, right? So we can't really tell when when Jesus is going to return. What conditions need to be set forth for his return, why he would return, or things like that. So, from reading various works and my own intuition and talking to different like spiritual people, like clairvoyance and people that have guides and just very spiritual people, I believe that Jesus is coming back to Earth at this time through the pushing down exercise. Okay, So you have to realize that the pushing down exercise is the Christ energy, right? When you're moving energy downwards and you're practicing the pushing down exercise, whether it's by yourself or you're doing it as a group or even doing it in church, right? When you're doing the pushing down exercise, you're moving the Christ energy through your body, okay? And you're actually bringing it to earth, okay? So in the Bible, it says should be on earth as it is in heaven, right? So when energy is moving upwards, that is your own ego, and that's coming to your own ego, right? When you're moving energy downwards, that's the coming to the heavens from God and the Christ energy, and then you're moving it through your body to the earth, right? And this is actually partially why human beings are actually on earth, right? So the earth is actually a living organism, okay? And the earth allows human beings to live on it and wants human beings to live on it in order to do the pushing down exercise, in order to help the earth, okay? So nothing happens for accident. Nothing's an accident, right? There's no coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences or luck or anything like that. The reason why human beings on Earth for a reason, and they're on Earth to actually help heal the Earth, right? There's a reason for it. It's like the reason why there's hairs on your arm, okay? The human beings are like little hairs on the Earth that want to do the pushing down exercise to heal the Earth, okay? And that's why the Earth permits human beings to live on it, okay? The reason, so the pushing down exercise wasn't very well known at earlier times in history, okay? It was only taught in monasteries, certain places in Tibet. Some nuns were taught it as part of like Catholic mystery schools, but it wasn't very widespread and it wasn't very well known, okay? But now we have the internet, and the internet changed everything, okay? And so with the internet, we can teach many people about the pushing down exercise, right? I can make a video on YouTube. If it so bees, can reach 1 million people, okay? Or even, there's no limit, right? There's no limit on how many people a video can reach, right? Due to the infrastructure of the internet. And this is becoming even more and more so as the internet gets faster, broadband speeds get faster, and it gets more widespread to places where it wasn't currently, like in Africa, Asia, etc. Okay, and so the ability to spread information is very, very quick now, and it's something the powers that be can't really stop. You know what I mean? And so I think that Jesus coming back to Earth will be people like you and me doing the pushing down exercise, and it becoming widespread on Earth, and us as a collective bringing the Christ energy back to Earth, okay, through the pushing down exercise, okay? So at this time, I don't actually believe Jesus in physical form will come back to Earth. It could be that it could be that he will. I don't think so. I don't think he will at this time. But there's no way to know for sure, right? If he did come down, it'd be a great thing for Earth, right? Imagine, the shock to people, if Jesus actually came back, right? That would totally upend society as a whole at this time, right? Imagine, just think of like the non-believers or people that like don't that think the Bible is bullshit, or like think everything like that is bullshit. Imagine if like Jesus like actually came down to Earth today, and like there was like CNN doing live coverage of Jesus like doing a talk, like I don't know, in Israel or something, and he's healing people and stuff like that as they're talking about, right? It'd be mayhem, right? It'd be complete mayhem, for sure. But it could be that he does. Who knows? I can't pretend that I know the answer for sure, but I don't think that he is. I think that what was meant by that was that there will come a time where we are more aware of the pushing down exercise, and the Christ energy returns back to Earth en masse. And that's the dawn of a new age. And I think that's the time we're entering now. I think we're entering a new age. If you look at a lot of like astrology and stuff like that, there's a lot of new energies coming to Earth at this time. And this means a breakdown of a lot of large institutions that we hold dear. The revealing of a lot of Oh, getting some chats there. I'll go back and answer some of these after I finish my thought here. What was I saying? But oh yeah, it's the Christ energy coming back to Earth through this sort of thing, and us learning it as a collective, and that's what was meant by it. Okay, and that's part of the Earth changes coming back to Earth, old institutions, being broken down and stuff like that. This means a lot of the church like being revealed, the dark secrets of a lot of the churches, like the Catholic Church, the Mormon Church, Scientology, the Jesuits, etc. This means breakdown of our old educational systems and replacement with new and better systems. Okay, because many of the systems that we have in our society today are very, they're very inadequate, and they're actually bankrupt. Okay, so people don't many people don't understand money. The U.S. dollar is dying. Okay, so you have to understand that too. The U.S. dollar is dying, as are all fiat currencies, and the dollar will go away over the course of the next 5 years. Okay, it's hard to say how fast it will happen. I don't think it will happen that fast, but it's dying. Okay, it just is. All the Western nations are so far in debt it cannot possibly be repaid. Okay, so we have to move to new money systems. Okay, new banking systems as the banks become illiquid. Okay, new voting systems, new ways to live, as people realize they need to take better care of bodies and how sick they are. Okay, and this is the dawn of a new era. This ties into the age of Aquarius, what's known as the Malkuth, and more Jewish type of history and categorization of ages. Okay, and it also applies to Jesus coming back. Okay. And this will be a great time of peace and understanding, and a time to. I think it's also ties into like the Earth needing to rest, right? So there's the 7 cycle, so the Earth needs to rest, and so human civilization needs to rest and bring the Christ energy back to Earth and focus more on technology that heals us and stuff like that. And so yeah, that's what I think that the Christ energy coming back to Earth is, and that's what is meant by the Bible. I think it's referring to this time, actually. And it's referring to us doing the pushing down exercise. Okay, so let's answer some questions here. Okay, from Taz Fee, regarding retracing, I once heard that as you get healthier, retracted. Okay. I once heard that as you get sick from time to time, having a cold once or twice a year is more healthy than never getting sick or getting chronically ill. What do you think about that? I would agree with it. I don't think it's that simple. As you're supposed to get sick, I think a lot of people do have there's such and such flight or flight state that they don't even allow themselves to get sick, and they just bury it, and they'll have to retrace it later. I think that's true to a certain extent. But some people are also just healthier, and they just don't get sick as often as other people, and they don't get sick a lot because they're taking way good care of their bodies, and they're resting enough and everything like that. So I don't think it's that easy of a categorization. Like, try not to get too caught into one paradigm or another, right? There's no like one paradigm is that you should get sick, and that people that don't get sick ever are always unhealthy, and then the other paradigm, is that people that never get sick are actually healthier. The truth is somewhere in between, right? If you're a really healthy person, it could just be that you're getting sick less often. But yes, many people do suppress it, and they're not getting sick as often as they should because they're suppressing it, and they're running away from it, basically. Okay. Many people claim Jesus is the sacred fluid that the pineal gland produces that is your seminal fluid. No, Jesus is a real being. It's important to make that distinction. The sacred fluid from the pineal gland. So when your seminal fluid and the pineal gland fluid and all that is all sacred. That should be held on to, and it is sacred for a human being, and it is sacred for a human being to not lose it willy-nilly in order to develop him or herself. But Jesus is also a real being that was on Earth and was part of projects on Earth and came and healed people and taught about love. Both are true, okay, but one is not the other. Jesus, I do not believe that the Bible is referring to that fluid as Jesus himself. It's two separate things, but they're both sacred, and Jesus was real at the same time. Okay? What level of development do I believe I'm on? I don't know. I try not to think about it too much. You know, you don't want to get too caught up in your ego, like I'm super developed or something like that, and you want to take it one day at a time. Rarely do I get sick. Knock on wood. It's been a few years. Well, that could be good. It could be that you're healthier than a lot of people. Okay. Okay, that looks like it's all the questions that we have for now. I need to get a better setup that doesn't vibrate when I try to answer questions here, or maybe I can do it on my computer. But that's it. That's all I want to talk about. It wasn't as many questions during this live format, but I'll try to go live again, 10 a.m. every Saturday. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do the pushing down exercise. It helps heal the earth. Okay, it's very important at this time. Teach others about it. Okay, and people are more open to it than you might think. Okay, people, sometimes we judge ourselves too much and we judge other people too much. Like, oh, this person's not going to be interested in it. But if they can feel the energy and they feel your health and your power through it, and there's a lot of more openness to spiritual things at this time on Earth than you might think. And don't be too afraid to share it with other people and spread it, because it's the most important thing for Earth at this time. It really is. Let's see if we got one more question. Can I do coffee enemas with near infrared beautifully? With near infrared, yes. Yeah, you can do near infrared with a coffee enema for sure. Okay. Well, I hope that helps you guys out, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.